It's your boy. How's it going, Mr. G? How's it going, Milo? I'm okay. I'm in a weird headspace right now. I have never felt so creatively what's the word? I've never felt myself so creatively paralyzed before. Which isn't a great feeling. It's not that my brain is empty. I'm honestly overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with freedom. That I'm going nuts, man. Straight up. I don't know. I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. I always have like right now I'm working on the finale for Skifters, and typically what that looks like for me with this timing is I kind of know what I want to do next, and there's always one thing in my mind. It's like, oh, dude, I know I'm gonna make Skifters. That's definitely next. Like that's like the exciting part. I'm always like, yes, like I know what I'm after. I know what's next. I know what we're doing. And this is the first time where I have so many ideas of things that I want to do, but I really don't know which one I want to do. And they take up so much time. Like Skifters is going to be 2 years of my life. So it's like, that's a huge commitment of time. And it feels like every time I latch on to a different idea, the grass, I'm like, okay, I'm going to work on this one. Like, this is the one. I've decided. And then I work on it for 10 seconds. I mean, I'm still working on Skifters, but like mentally I'm working on it, thinking of ideas and stuff. And then I go, the grass is greener over there. And I want to do the other thing. I don't want to make this thing. And then I do it again. I swap sides to the other side. And then it's like, I gotta make this a little bigger. I swap sides to the other side. And I'm like, and I do the same thing. I'm like, oh man, the grass is definitely greener over there. And I just cannot come up with, I can't come up with the right one. Like, there's so many pros and cons, So many pros and cons to both. Yeah, it sucks. I'm in such a start teasing your next project. Yeah, but I can't start teasing it because I don't know what it is. What if I start teasing something and then I start teasing a new idea and then I change my mind and I want to do the other one. You know what I mean? That sucks. I don't really know if that makes sense, because I'm gonna start teasing something, and then what if I'm like, once I start working on it, and I'm like, no, it's the other thing, and then I've already teased it, like I'm stuck with it, I don't want to be like canceled project. I don't know. Genuinely don't know what to do. How's it going, Bath Thrills? Hi, Roy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of in like a manic headspace where I'm just like kind of unhappy with whatever I choose, no matter what. Which is obviously not a crummy feeling. I'm not worried that I'm gonna have nothing to do. Like, this isn't like I'm toast after Skifters. If anything, I'm just overwhelmed with too much freedom, that now I'm scared to pull the trigger on something that's going to take 2 years because I have other ideas on backup. Usually I don't have any other ideas on backup, and I'm like, oh, like, obviously we're going to do that. It's all we got. Like, there was no competing idea with Skifters for the most part. And now there is competing ideas for the new stuff, and it's like, dang it. Both of these shows would be cool. And I'm not, and another idea is that I could just save one for later. But I'm not that kind of person. I'm kind of like using ideas that like works for both of them, and I'm kind of molding them differently. Like one of the ideas won't work if I do the other. Kinda. I don't know. I don't know. I wish that I did. I wish I knew what was up. But I don't. Oh crap, I'm moving the wrong camera here. Boy. Sorry, I'm moving this sensor thing because I want it to cover pretty much everything, but I do want the screen to have motion. Because I'm here, I swear. I don't know. There's pros and cons. This is a con of Skifters right now. This streaming experience that I'm doing, where my screen is censored, this is lame town. Like, come on. I wanna show you guys what I'm doing, but I can't because there's spoilers. That's a huge con of making a show, an episodic show. You know? I'm gonna window this, make it a little smaller so that it also fits behind my thing here. Okay. A huge con of working on an episodic show is I don't want to spoil it. You know, you guys know all these characters and the plot and stuff, and I don't want to ruin it, so I keep it. So I have to censor it. So I haven't been able to stream. And this is like my only solution that I can think of. That's like, oh, like I can stream like this. But this is so lame, dude. What the heck? So like right now I'm between a couple different ideas. I'm between a really long show, kind of like Skifters. That is, in my opinion, just too long. Like, Skifters isn't too long per se, but I'm working on it for too long. I like the lifestyle of working on a long show like that because I like, you know, I like people getting excited over the new characters, and I like people like seeing the new episode and getting all stoked to see where things go. That's a huge pro. I think the long show is like more meaningful. Because there's like time with these characters and they grow and change and stuff. I think that those things are really good. But the cons are, I'm working on the show for a really long time, which sucks. I can't really stream when I would like to because I have to do stuff like this, which sucks. If I come up with a new idea and I want to move on, I can't because I have to commit to the plot of the story, which sucks. And I get better slower because I'm working on a single project for so long, which sucks. Those are the cons, despite the pros. The other idea that I have is this shorter, like basically like one-shot animation. That's not really like it's a story, but it's not really like, it's not a series. Like it would just be like one episode, like it would be like an animated short, it'd be like 15 minutes long, and then done. That's the other idea that I have right now. And there's pros to that. I could stream 100% of it because no one knows the plot or anything. Like I could be animating the finale and you wouldn't know it because you don't know like who's on screen or what's happening. So that's a huge pro. Another pro, if I get bored, I probably won't get bored because it's so short that you know, it'll be over before you know it. And if I come up with a new idea, I can move on more quickly because it's gonna take me like whatever, like 6 months to make instead of a year. The cons are, I feel like the plot and the experience for the viewer will be subpar because it's shorter and there's less going on. And I don't want to make something that I think is subpar. Like, I'm still going to try just as hard, but that's just the nature of something shorter. If I made a 5-second thing, it's not going to resonate and last as long as, you know, as long as a 45-minute, hour-long thing would be. This is my creative dilemma, and it has seriously held me down emotionally in the last few days because I just don't know what to do. I wish I did, but I don't. Which sucks. We built a house of cards, but it feels like it's still ours. Can I be the queen of your heart? Such a bad feeling, man. I wish I knew. I wish I could, like, you know, go forward in time and know what the answer is, so that I could be like, oh, dude, like, I know that it's this. And then I wouldn't have this, like, stupid little duel that I'm having with myself and my brain being like, what should I do? I don't know. Because I haven't been able to stream in ages. This is my only solution. And this sucks, dude. Come on. Is this an exciting streaming experience? Just looking at a gray box, listening to me complain? What the hell? Don't you lie to me? But it's over. I need someone. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll certainly land on something. When's best stream of 2026? I'm doing what I can. I love watching Gray Box. Dude, new animation? Just a gray block on the screen? Yeah. When the time comes, I will be able to pick something. I'll have to pick something. I don't like sitting around and not animating. Don't get me wrong. Like, we're not going to be sitting still for long. But this is usually the time where I'm getting excited about the new thing. But rather, I've only been getting stressed about the new thing, which is not a great feeling. Because obviously, I want to get excited. I am going to do an animation jam after Skifters is done. I'm going to host an animation jam. We're all going to animate together. We're probably going to do a 24-hour jam. It's going to be a good place for people who it's their first time to animate. I'll kind of hold their hand through it. And it's just going to be fun energy. I'm going to have some themes that are going to get voted on in the Patreon. So I'm thinking I might use that as a testing ground to try a couple ideas that I have, and maybe learn something there. Yeah, we're gonna do a 24-hour jam. We're gonna do a 24-hour jam. You have 24 hours. We're gonna have a theme, which I'm gonna get people to vote on a theme, probably in the Patreon. It'll probably be free, but I'm gonna make a poll that's vote on a theme, and then I already have a few themes in mind. I think I have a couple themes that I want everybody to vote on. Everyone will have 24 hours. I'm going to stream for 24 hours straight. And then there won't be like a winner or anything. It's just going to be for fun. Get people animating, get people trying hard, which is a good feeling. So yeah, that I'm very excited for. But yeah, Jam is gonna be gangster. It's probably gonna be like a Saturday or like a Friday night, like Friday from 5 p.m. to like Saturday 5 p.m. And I'll stream the whole time. We're all gonna make something sick. The themes that I've chosen are good in that if any of them get voted, you're still gonna be able to do like your first animation if that's what you're there to do. Which is cool. Gotta go. My dishwasher just exploded somehow. Jeez, Mr. G. Hopefully the mess is not insane. Good luck with your dishwasher. It's a useless waste of time. It's just stop. Hi KBC, bye KBC. Enjoy your bus. Ask you anything? Look, you can ask me anything you want, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna answer anything. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Ooh, you know what? 130. Okay. $180. Best place for me to see fan art is probably in Discord. There's a Discord server that we have. It should be linked on the channel somewhere, but I can send a fresh link if you need one. That's probably the best. Any place is fine. Like, if you can tag me, I'll probably see it. If you post it on YouTube, I'll see it. If you post it on Newgrounds, I'll see it. If you can email it to me, I'll see it. Discord's probably the easiest place. In terms of skifters, I was just having a conversation with Mr. G earlier about a kind of a bad artistic headspace I'm in right now, where I don't really know what I want to make next. And through that conversation, I went over that skifters, usually at around this point in my animation cycle, I come up with a new idea, and that's how I decide what I want to make next. So partway through my last animation, Super Turbo Power Punch Maxed, I started coming up with ideas. And then we kind of just settled on skifters pretty easily. Was not in the brain for a long time. We just kind of figured it out. It's not like the kind of animation. I don't have any animations that's like, I've been dreaming of making this my whole life. I just kind of figure it out in the moment, which has always been a fun way to do it. So Skifters was not like a Destiny dream baby for me, which is okay. I don't really have any of those. I don't really have any like dream show that I really want to make one day kind of thing. Just kind of go with the flow. But now going with the flow has gotten me kind of in a box where I don't really know what I want to do. I don't really know what I want to do next, which is a very challenging mindset to be in. Trying to figure that out. It's my current life challenge. I have a bunch of ideas, and I just don't know which one I want to pull the trigger on. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah. Right now is usually the time when I get excited about my next project. But right now, lately, I've just been stressed about my new project, which is not a good feeling. I'm trying to figure out what my new project is so that I can get excited about it. But I can't. Every time I think about an idea, I'm like, this is a great idea. Let's run with it. And then I start to go, well, I could do this other thing. And I get cold feet. I've been paralyzed by this for the last while. I'm trying to figure it out. We'll figure it out. We're definitely gonna. I'm not concerned. But right now, I'm in the suck zone. Love your work. Thanks, nobody. Appreciate it. Yeah. Like, by the time Skifters is done, it'll have been 2 years of my life. So, that's a huge commitment to be like, okay, what show do I want to make for the next 2 years? Like, that's a huge amount of work. And it's like, what the heck do I want that to be? I genuinely don't know. In this suck zone. Yeah. Feels bad. Not a good place to be. Okay, that looks pretty good. Maybe it doesn't need to move as much. Ba, 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 ba. Ugh. You don't know I'm about to. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. It's been a while since I've had my heart. Heck yeah. Sorry for making you cry. It might happen again, depending on what what idea we choose. But I'm glad you're invested in the show. Could you pretty please uncensor your screen? I don't think that I can do that. I don't think that I can. I would love to. Trust me. I'm going crazy, people. This has been every waking moment of my life for the last month. The last month. I have been tortured by this my whole life for the last month. By drinking your tears someday. I'll shed them. If you can get them out, I'll shed them. Bro, I don't know what I want, man. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Yeah. This is it. This is the final episode of Skifters is upon us. Any predictions? Any hopes or dreams? because anything can happen. The script is written, so if you call it, if you guess what happens, it might just be in the stars. Finish Kill la Kill, great anime. I can see the resemblance between Skifters and Kill la Kill, both legendary action. Heck yeah. Thanks, Eduardo. Let chaos take your hand. I'm scared. I'm scared. Yeah, I really like Kill la Kill. There are parts of Kill la Kill that I don't love per se. But for the most part, probably my favorite series. I can't think of anything else that comes close. Just love the spectacle. The spectacle's so good. The comedy's so good. The style is so good. The show oozes style. So, I don't know. Like, my intention is never ever to be like, I want to make Kill la Kill. Like, I don't try to like to replicate other stuff. I like that stuff to just kind of be. I want to delete these keyframes and then parent them to this. So my intention wasn't to set out to make Kill la Kill, you know. But it is flattering that of all shows people see some of that leaking through, just because I like that show. It's a good feeling, despite the fact that it's not necessarily my goal. You don't trust me right now. Fair enough. Fair enough. I respect it. With this love. With this love. Don't lie and say I'm good for you. Too good for you. Tell me anyway. What's going on with this love? Yeah, I really like Space Patrol Luluco as well. I feel like Torkin's going to win. She thinks she can. Racing against the gods and her father. Interesting. Interesting take. No comment. But I like it. Bing. Yeah, Space Patrol Luluco. I did watch. I did enjoy. There are some things about that show that I don't like. I love how breakneck it is. I love how fast-paced it is. Very inspiring. With its very short episodes, etc. I hate IP crossovers. That irks me. Really bugs me. Space Patrol Luluco has a lot of IP crossovers, as you mentioned, to a lot of other Trigger works. I don't think there's anything objectively wrong with that. It just bugs me. I don't like IP crossover stuff. It just ruins my immersion. But when that is a pet peeve of mine, having a show like that, liking it as much as I do, is just kind of a testament as to how much I really like it, really like the style. But I don't like the IP crossover stuff. To be completely honest, but I do very much I did very much enjoy Space Patrol Luluco. And I would have loved for it to just have been an all original thing, or just cut out like the 3 episodes where they go to space, make it like a 15-minute thing, 20-minute thing. And I know that's not their vision, but that kind of stuff I don't like. I don't love me the IP crossover jank. Yeah, like everybody, I've had a lot of people ask me if my stuff like takes place in the same like cinematic universe, and my answer is always a hard no. I'm sorry if that kind of wrecks it for some people, because they'd love to see a world where like all this stuff kind of mixes, but that's so not my thing. I want you to be able to watch Skifters and feel like you're done. Like you don't feel like you have to go watch like every single show that I've made just because you like Skifters. That's such a bad feeling. We're just talking about some other series, Mr. G. Filter broke, but luckily don't need to buy a new dishwasher. I love that. Gotta spray the plates off. Gotta clean them before you clean them. Yeah, like I said, there's so nothing objectively wrong about that. If you love being like, oh my gosh, there's so-and-so, like that's totally fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just not my cup of tea, per se. Not my cup of tea. I don't know what to do. I thought working on this again. This is the first time I've worked on Skifters in like a month, because I've just been so busy with Christmas jams. I thought working on this would maybe help me. But alas. A true question for Gray Box. Can I do a flip? Yeah, check it. Wait, I can't. Whoa! Did that come across on stream? I don't know if it'll come across if I let go of it. Whoa! Oh, whoops, wrong one. Do a flip. Little. Oops. I'm moving. It's all coming apart. Yes, it can do a flip. But was it worth it? Can it ollie? That one's easy. Whoop. So dumb. So silly. We love that. We do a little flipping. I cannot play the Second Symphony of Beethoven. Mascot twirling sign, dude. For real. Might as well put me in the parking lot. Dude, it's gonna feel so good to have a couple shots done before the night is over, before the day is done. Like I said, it's been a hot minute since I've had any Maya done. Been a cheeky minute. It cannot do a sick riff on guitar. I feel like kickflip's all he's got. I don't even think you could do a pop shove it.
You got scars deep enough to last. Heart full of broken glass, and I'm gonna paint it black. Oh, I got bruises I covered up. I've been used every time I loved. Nothing to lose when the devil comes. Oh, turn off the lights, we can turn them out, 'cause turn off the lights, we can burn them out, 'cause I know what's waiting, I know what it's made of, what it's made of.
What's next? We've got this. Okay.
Nothing to lose when the devil comes. Oh no. Turn out the lights, we can turn them all colors. Turn out the lights, we can burn them all colors. I know it's sweet, I know what it's made of.
Okay, I need another one of these.
If you're gonna touch
Me. Off, on, down, linear, auto. Let's go, Mystery Master. It's supposed to be fire if you're hiding it. Doing what I can. Doing what I can. Waffle stopper, jeez. Gray box gaming. I have a gray box. The gray box is so that I can stream and say hi without spoiling the show. But genuinely, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I've been talking about it a bunch today on the stream. And I'm currently at an impasse with my creativity in that I have so many... Right now I have like two big ideas as to what I could make. And I don't know which one to pick. Because there's huge pros and cons either way. Which is not a great feeling. So today has been a lot of like trying to work, trying to say hi, trying to show face, trying to see what you guys are up to. Meanwhile, I am in the middle of like a manic episode, wondering what the heck I'm doing. What do I care about? What do I want? It is a difficult quandary. How's it going, Frog? So yeah, the biggest, not the biggest, but the reason that the gray box has something to do with this, this problem is, is that S2? This is S2. I like to stream. I like to show you guys what I'm working on. That's the awesome part. Awesome part of the process. It's fun. I like to, I used to not love it. It's growing on me. I like seeing you guys get excited about what's going on, and we can all talk about, Oops, that's not what I want. Control Shift. Oh gosh, how do I do this? This, Control Shift, duplicate, remove objects. Okay. And now these ones. Assign them a shader. I can't. Sorry, I keep getting cut off by myself because I'm working. A huge con to making a big long series where you guys know the characters and you know what happens and stuff. This is the finale. I can't stream right now. Look at this gray box. Is this a good streaming experience? I hope it is, but probably not what it could be because you're looking at a gray box. You can't actually see what's going on. And that's no fun. That is a huge con of working on a big show. The other idea that I have is not a big show. It's just like a hyper stylized one piece, like one shot, like short film is a better way to put it. Is that what I want to make? I don't know. But these are the kind of pros and cons that I'm trying to evaluate. Ordinarily, by now I've chosen what I want to work on next, and I know what it looks like. So this isn't really even. This is nothing. This is like I'd already be ready by now. But rather than getting excited about my new project, I'm just kind of like stressed as to what I want to do. I don't really know what I want to do. And it's really hard to decide because Skifters is going to take me 2 years of my life. Maybe not a full 2 years, like a year and whatever, 5 to 8 months. Long time, whereas all I've been thinking about is this show. I've enjoyed it, but have I enjoyed it more than I would if I made like something that took 8 months or something? I don't know. I don't know what to do. How's it going, Chris? Can be animated if there's no keyframe. There is a little bit of time difference, which will become more apparent in the final episode. That time is passing. But that's another big con of this series, of this whole series thing. And again, this is another thing that I'm battling with, is I like Skifters. Don't let me make you not like Skifters by talking poor about it. This is just what I do. It's how I grow. It's how I get better. But I'm about to bash Skifters. Skifters, everything happens way too fast. Way too fast. And minor spoilers if you're not caught up on Skifters up to episode 3. People are dying. People's emotions are getting hurt. People are changing their minds and flipping around, and And there's a lot of development going on. Characters are growing, characters are learning, and there's so much happening. In my opinion, it's happening way too fast. Everything is, the pacing is way too quick. Some of the things, to the point where some of the things that some of the characters do don't seem authentic or genuine because they happen so quick that it's like, what? They just I've known this person for 20 minutes. Again, we're still in the spoiler zone. I've known this person for 20 minutes and they've changed so much, and then now they care about things completely differently, and now it's like boom, 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 boom. It's so breakneck. Like, Skifters could have been a 12 episode anime, and things would have probably still would have been more to do. Like, I'd thought of all kinds of stuff that it's like, you could do this, you could do that, but obviously I'm not going to do that. I'm just one man. I can't do all that. I don't want to work on Skifters for 10 years. So that's a huge con of making a big long show. Is exactly what I just said. Like, that's a ton of, that sucks. So like, sorry, I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing and talk at the same time, and I'm not great at that apparently. Boop, boop. It looks like poo. Why does it look like poo? That's why. Delete this. So that's a call to, like, what were we talking about, the pacing? That's a call to make something that's shorter, where the characters don't really grow, they don't really learn, and they don't really, have that much going on. Make something that's a bit more focusing on style rather than trying to, like, write these characters that are deep and have meaning, because it's going too quick. Is that what I want to do? Or do I want to just stick with the breakneck pacing? It's so hard. I don't know what to do. I'm driving Corgan crazy because I've been a big whiny baby about it. Where, like, every day I'm like, that's it. Enough is enough. I'm making this show. I don't give a frick. And then, like, the next day I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. I keep changing my mind. I'm going crazy. You guys have no idea. The last, like, 2 months of my life has just been sheer torture. Or just, like, feeling directionless. When I rig a character that has a weapon, how would I rig it? Do I have it close together or have them separate, like the torque model? I can go through that in a moment. Just want to catch up on chat. Minutes to us could be ages to them. Also, they're in space. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, like I said, I'm glad that people are enjoying the show, and I don't want to bash the show and people go, oh man, the creator doesn't even like it. That's not true. I do like Skifters, and I am very proud of how it's gone so far. I'm talking genuinely and objectively about what I do think are its shortcomings, which doesn't completely make it not enjoyable. What I think are its shortcomings so that I can learn from them and improve. It's not to say that, it's quick, so it's bad, because that's so not true. And I gotta hide the gray square so that I can quickly show you how I would rig a weapon. Let's go like that, just to be safe. If I have my character in my outliner, right? Let's say this is my character. I can give him a face. There we go. So this is my character, and then I can get rid of this now. And then this is my weapon. If he had a controller, I would select the controller. So let's say we have this is the most just to hide. I could just show you this on I'll just show you this on someone else. Someone else in this scene that I can do. Let's go with flip. Flip. And then we go like that. Okay. So we have our flip rig, and then let's give him a weapon, like I was just talking about. Let's say this is his weapon. The weapon wouldn't be parented to them here in the outliner. It'll be separate. When Flip goes to grab it, I would have it in a group, first of all. Then I would select Flip's controller, select the group, and do a parent constraint, which will make Flip's hand responsible for it. And then I would key the constraint right here. I would key the constraint on or off. So if I wanted it to not be affecting it, then I'd set it to 0, and then I would key the effect on so that he can hold it. But because it's in a group, it lets me move the weapon despite the fact it's being parented. That is the way that I would do that. And welcome back, Gray Box. We are on the flow. Yeah, what I would typically the philosophy that I do is basically like I try not to think about how I'm gonna chop it up. I try to write something that's good, and if that thing is long, then that's fine, and if it's short, then that's fine. That's usually how I do it, and I chop it up accordingly after the fact. So Skifters was always designed and written to be, you know, a 45-minute or whatever piece. Like it's not designed to be like anything but that, and then I chopped it up accordingly. That's always been a satisfying way to do it, because I write something that's good, then I chop it up after the fact. And now I'm finding that I can either write something that's long and work on it for a long time and have it be objectively better, but my soul is a little more crushed because I have to work on something for a really long time, and I'm gonna make less things in a sense. That's the main con. The main con of doing something long is I'm gonna be stuck making it for a long time, and if I kind of run out of steam, it's too bad, so sad. I got to keep making it. That's not a good feeling. I want to give it my all. I want to make the show to the respect that it's supposed to be. I am liking Skifters and I'm enjoying working on it, but I ran out of steam emotionally a little while ago, which is not great. And I don't feel like I'm stuck making Skifters because, like I said, I'm enjoying it. But I am ready for something new. Do I want to experience this feeling again? I don't know, man. Like I said, this has literally been... It sounds like such a silly thing to be bothered about, but this is my craft. This is like why I'm here. And I can't help but be perplexed by it. But I've been seriously paralyzed by these questions for a long while. Basically, my entire holiday season has been like non-stop. Like, wishy-washy, changing my mind, don't know what to do, feel like I'm lost. Creatively paralyzing. I want to get excited, not stressed. And I can't get excited until I pick something. And I can't pick something because I'm stressed. I don't know. You gotta be your own worst cheerleader. Yeah. I think that's where I'm at. I just don't know what to. I don't know what to do. Yeah, like a one shot. The beauty of a one shot is like, it's so creatively free. It's so there's so many pros to a one shot, right? If I do like a hyper stylized, polished one shot, then I can stream the whole time, and the whole thing's gonna look good because I'm not gonna get sick of it. I'm not gonna phone it in because I'm gonna be working on it for such a short amount of time that it'll be like super chill. But once it's done, the best moment for me has been watching you guys react in the live premiere. Oh, I can't play blast this. You guys might see it. Oh no, we're good. Seeing your guys' live reactions in the chat of the premiere has been my favorite part. I love doing that. It's such a cool moment. It's such an awesome payoff where I'm like seeing this visceral live reaction that's so awesome. And I know one day there will be like if I get big enough, there will be an audience of people who react to the show and post their reactions to it, which is like really cool. I know I'm gonna get a similar feeling out of that, seeing people like react live to the show. So it's like I think I'm gonna lose that a little bit because it's hard to get invested when, you know, a character dies or something emotional happens or something whatever, which is not really gonna be there because you don't know who the characters are. Like you're not invested. So I feel like I'm gonna lose a little bit of that, which is not great. And then there's also the feeling that I'm like abandoning a good story because I'm going with this other idea. It's so hard. It's so challenging. I'm so sorry for ranting and rambling about it, but it's been eating me up, bro. All I've been thinking about. How complex is it for you for animating April versus Torque fight from episode 3? I'm not sure between the heavier work stuff, something I do, like write a twist or something. It's fine. Yeah, the problem with one of my one shots, I'll answer your question in a second, Chris. The problem with my one shots is it's still gonna take me. The one shot that I have in mind that's like small enough for me to like, I don't like making small stuff. I don't like making stuff that I don't think matters because that's not a good feeling. So I don't want to make like, when I say a one shot, I don't mean like it's not going to be like a 30-second thing. Like I'm talking like an animated short film that's going to take me 8 months to make. Like we're not talking like a 30-second like meme. Like I'm still talking about a serious project here. But still talking about a serious project. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't like making something that I feel like doesn't matter. So the one shot's still a long time. So it's a huge commitment to make. If it was as simple as like, oh, this will take me a week, so it's fine for me to just like, you know, just kind of do this and then do the big thing. I don't work like that. I have one big dream project on the mind, and that's what I work on. Whether that is a 15-minute short film or not, it's still going to take me between a year or 2 years to make, and I'm not the type of person to you know, I can't be in the mindset of this doesn't really matter, we'll just go next after this. I'm so not built like that. It's a Destiny feeling. Like I said at the start of this stream, when you were asking about how long I've had Skifters in mind for, that it wasn't like a Destiny dream baby, that I didn't come up with it forever ago and have been waiting to make it. I'm not like that. But once I have the idea, it becomes my everything until it's done. And that will stay the same with this next project. And I don't like the idea of signing on to make a throwaway piece. You know, Skifters is my whole personality until it's done. It's always been that way. Tonight, right to a street. Yeah. I know. I just feel, I know that I've been, this is the place. You're right. This is the place, and I shouldn't feel bad about it. But to all my friends and family around me, I've just been like, guys, blah, 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 blah. Like I can't function on a different topic because I'm just so going crazy about this, and everybody's kind of over it, which I totally respect because I'm a boy who cried wolf. I'm constantly saying the same things and then doing something else, and I'm constantly changing my mind, and it's insufferable. So I feel bad. I'm at my limit of feeling bad socially for doing this, but in this place, I get it. It's okay. How complex was the fight from episode 3? That's a whole bag of worms. I would say that the hand-to-hand fight between April and Torque was the least fun that I've had animating in quite some time. But I think I know why, and I think I can correct it. I hated making the fight scene between them. The talking scene after the fact, that was fine. But the fight, I have just learned that I just don't. When I storyboard stuff, I draw the shot out, right? I draw it out, and then I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Then I follow the storyboard. I don't really do that for hand-to-hand combat. I just kind of like, I'm like, I'll just make it up. Like, I'll just make up the hand-to-hand combat when we get there. That is the worst. It's such a bad way to do it. And maybe I just don't have a good brain for writing hand-to-hand combat. I used to be okay at it. But nowadays, I'm just like, oh my gosh, hand-to-hand combat is just so obnoxious to write, to animate. Because I don't write it well. And I really didn't like animating that segment, and I constantly was cutting content out of it. I would like write a little bit of it, and then I'd be like, oh, I have to forget it, and I was like trimming parts of the song out to like not have to do as much combat. I really did not enjoy animating hand-to-hand combat. It is not my thing. It's not that it's not my thing. Like, I'm okay at it. Like, the scene turned out okay. It's just not fun. It's just frustrating. Having two characters, like, connect like that. So it was not complicated. To answer your question, it wasn't complicated, but it was not enjoyable just because of my taste of what I find fun. Did not enjoy animating that scene. When they talk, that was fine. Where April and Torque have their little verbal showdown. That was good. And the fight's not bad, but that was fine to animate. But the hand-to-hand combat. I need to stick to. There's nothing wrong with combat. I just need to stick to combat that like I can write out, or have the type of combat with like disposable enemies where you can like one-shot them, so they don't have to like bouncing off of each other and like, you know, I punch you and then you reel and then we punch again. Like that kind of thing is not fun to animate. If I was to animate someone getting their head blown off, like if I had a guy with a gun and he just shot the other guy and it was like boom, done, I think that would be fun. But like where two characters are like sparring, that is just like, oh my goodness, get me out of here. It's not my thing. I don't know if that's helpful. I'm not really talking about. I don't know. I'm not really talking about the complexity of the day to day of like how to actually do it. And I think that's just because I'm not great at it, so I don't feel super qualified to talk about it, because I don't feel like it'll be. I feel like I'll lead you astray no matter what I say. But yeah, did not love animating that scene, to say the least. Yeah, I feel ya. Xmas special. That falls under the category of IP crossover immersion breaking that I dislike. My characters celebrating human real life Earth holidays does the same thing to me that an IP crossover does. Like, Christmas does not exist in the Skifters universe, and once I make like, LOL, they're celebrating Christmas, that is just like, what? These are cartoon characters. They're not real. And I don't like that kind of thing. Music just got so loud. Waiting. Ba, 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 ba. Monty Ohm. Yeah, Monty Ohm said this awesome thing on a podcast, on the Rooster Teeth podcast ages ago, that I've always remembered. I'm a big Rooster Teeth fan, Achievement Hunter fan, Monty Ohm fan, all that good stuff. I was watching Play Pals today. I enjoy all that stuff. But Monty Ohm said something on the Rooster Teeth podcast that always resonated with me, where he said, they were talking about his action choreography, which he is a master at, and he said, what did he say? He said, I'm going to botch this. If you find the clip, you will know, obviously, that I don't clearly know exactly what he said, but I know the philosophy of what he said, and which is, if you can make something flow and have rhythm, people won't really care that it doesn't make sense or doesn't work. Like, if your character's throwing a punch in a way that like doesn't make sense, or your character's like zipping around in a way that wouldn't really work, as long as it has good rhythm and flow and like looks amazing stylistically, then you can get away with it. Which is probably not true for everyone. I'm sure there are some people. There's always those types of people that are like, actually, that would never. You wouldn't be able to acquire that kind of momentum with blah blah blah. Like those kinds of people. That's like, how are they breathing in space? Those people probably wouldn't agree with that philosophy. But I remember when he said that, and I took that philosophy and I applied it to kind of everything that I like. Where I'm like, not even just action. Like, if I can make you invested in the style and it looks good, then you're not gonna care. You're not gonna care if like what happened like doesn't make sense. Like, the Skifters are breathing. The characters are breathing in space, or like, why would that character do blah blah blah, or like, why wouldn't he just do? It's like, if it's good and stylistic and you're invested, then who cares about like logistics, like that kind of thing. Which I still subscribe to, because when I was first writing Skifters, I was like, I'm gonna have to establish a way that they like breathe in space, or a way that there's like I gotta blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, no the frick I don't. Who cares? If you're the type of person that's gonna be like, how are they? We didn't establish how they breathe in space. You're not gonna enjoy the show. So like, you're not gonna enjoy everything else that I do. So why would I adhere to that person? Why would I try to please the person that's like not my kind of person that's gonna enjoy my thing, you know? So thanks, Monty. Rest in peace. You live on forever in the effect you have on others. Monty the Goat. All it takes is a moment. Ba, 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 ba.
If it's destiny, you wrote it. Focus, but you gotta
Be focused.
make or break. It's the last goodbye. They remember you for. They're calling your name. Go and take what's yours. Here, now. It's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment.
Do, do, boo, boo. Okay, what are we thinking? Is this shot done? Methinks it might be.
Rise up, you give it all that you got, and you rise up. All the stories that tell about the chance
He thinks it might be.
from the crown.
Okay.
Ready to carry it now. Going full
Don't speak. Ba, 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 ba.
on, you got to commence that nothing's too far out of your reach. 'Cause all you are is what
What you believe, baby, here, now, everything. Oh, we're not done. Dang it! Thought we were. Forgot something.
this is your moment.
I want this.
Staring at the ceiling, I see
Shapes
devouring my mind, counting down to something I forgot. There's only one lifetime. I lift myself, I won't look down. The rabbit hole sinks to the ground. Immerse myself with newfound thoughts. I level up without a cause. Go what I've lost, I'm paving my way to the top.
Okay. Now let's get some rendering done. Stars, planets, sits above case. That's all I need. Sounds good, Chris. What are you making? Hi, Carnide. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm currently working on a animated 3D indie series called Skifters. And I'm currently animating the finale, which is why the stream is hidden. How's it going, the trashy boy? I'm currently working on a 3D animated indie series. We're working on the finale right now, so my screen is hidden, which makes this a subpar streaming experience, I'm sure. But I've been chatting a lot with chat about art philosophy and trying to figure out what I'm doing with my next projects. We've been talking a lot about that. So the stream is less about what's actually happening on the screen and more about the connection. But if you haven't checked out my series yet, go check out Skifters on YouTube. It's pretty gangster. I am a one-man animation team. Been working on this series for a hot minute now. And if you haven't watched it and you go watch it, I hope you enjoy it. It's called Skifters, Skifters. It's on this YouTube channel. There's a playlist that I have called Skifters, which will be the first 3 episodes, which are the only episodes right now. There's going to be 4 total. Currently working on the finale, which I expect to take maybe 2 or 3 months before the finale is complete from now. Hopefully. My first child will be born in a couple of months. So I'm going to try to get my series finale finished before he is born, because I'm going to be busy with him, I'm sure, which will slow down production a little bit between work, the baby, and this show. But my goal, my dream is to get this show done before they're born, because then I can kind of take a little break for that. But we're not going to rush. Hopefully we make it. But like I said, it's not. If it's the goal, I'm going to rush, and then I'm going to feel bad. So let's not make it the goal. Let's make it a happy victory if it happens in time. But I don't want to rush the finale. That's for sure. Drivers. Your next project is going to be another theme for another sport. I don't know. Thanks. Excited to be a dad. I don't know if it's going to be another sport, because like I said, I'm bouncing between 4 major ideas. Two of which are bigger series like Skifters that will have a similar schedule, similar vibe. Not a similar vibe, like it's not going to be the same show, but it's going to be similar in the sense that it's going to be, episodic and a longer piece. And then I have a couple of one-shots that I think would be fun, but would be imperfect. And I don't know what to choose. So I cannot confirm or deny if it's going to be sport-related, because I don't know. Still don't know. Wish I did, but I don't. Eat the love alive. I do know stylistically some of the things I want to take on. I want to push my character proportions further. I want to push specifically with the faces. I want bigger eyes, bigger mouths, bigger expressions, more full characters, less dead space, less forehead, less cheek, and more expression. Leaning kind of away from the anime side of things and closer to closer to the. I don't want to say closer to Western animation because that's not what I'm trying to do. Because Western animation has a lot of things that I don't like about them. But closer, away from the anime side of things and closer to the abstract side of things is probably a better way to put it. I want things to be more abstract. So I know that I want to do that. And I know color-wise some of the challenges I want to take on. I know character design-wise I want to keep things more like analogously paletted. I want the palette to be more like I want each character to be a bit more strong in their color, more like Damper and less like Torque, if that makes sense. So each character is loud on screen. So I want to do a little bit of that. I have lots of things that I know what I'm doing. It's the more macro, bigger decisions that I'm not sure what to do. You know what I was saying? It's cool. It's weird. I'm animating a shot that I think is going to be like one of the biggest, like, oh my gosh moments. And you guys can't see it. It's such a weird like, teehee. We're doing something crazy right now, and no one has any idea. Cute. Very cute. We love that. We do a little trolling. Sorry, that's 2 Trump impressions tonight, and I don't know why. I swear I'm not one of those people that just does infinite impressions. Like some kind of cringer. Boop, 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 boop. And then we're going to have like 5 more of those layers. So let's move this up. Let's move that down. Let's minimize those so we can see everything. Also can't quite see it just because of the gray box. I'm a casual golf nerd. Heck yeah, I really want to get into golf. Totally never watching this show ever again. Bae, what happened? Also, the show is peak. I love skifters. Sorry if I made you sad. But you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, episode 3 took a bit of an emotional turn. And I'm curious as to what the vibe check is on that. Did you find it satisfying or interesting at all? Or did you think, if you were to go back in time, I trust me, I can take any of this style of criticism. If you could go back in time and be like, you should have kept it light and fun the whole time, no wishy-washy, would you make that claim? Or do you like the emotional turn, the emotional 180 that episode 3 took? You killed it, my goat. I was very sad, very, very sad. I'm glad you liked it. I am very glad that you liked it. And again, apologies for anyone showing up late. The screen is covered due to spoilers, obviously, is what it says. Currently working on the finale of Skifters, and I don't want to spoil anything. I like how emotional it can get. Keeps it serious. Okay. Writers and artists have a quota of tears they must consume from their fans. I have to stay alive. I need the tears to stay alive. I want this one next. Yeah. Boop. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't freaking know. Finale, yes. The 4th episode of Skifters will be the final one. So apologies. Apologies if that's a little too short. I would rather a show where we wish there was more than when it goes on too long and that kills it. So Skifters is doing well, better than any show that I've ever, made. People are definitely wanting more, and that's great. But if Skifters got 1 billion views tomorrow and people were like, "We are here to watch Skifters, give us more," I wouldn't do it, because Skifters is exactly as long as it was meant to be, and I don't want to make it longer than it should be just because it's doing well. Yeah, I wrote Skifters to be exactly as long as it should be, for better or worse. And we're going to commit to that no matter what happens, because that's how it was designed to get paced. And yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to milk it. I don't want to milk it, and there's the other factor of I am excited to make something new. New characters, new world, new IP, all that jazz. I don't want to be making Skifters forever. So, yeah, the next episode will be the final one. Hopefully ready in the next couple months. We're currently 2 minutes of animation in, and it's going to be maybe 10 to 12 minutes long, give or take. So yeah, very excited. Thanks. Yeah, milking it that's so not where my heart is. The great Skifters is the college quarterback. Yeah, I don't know if you were here for it, Bay, but I've been talking today. Today, the main topic of this stream has been me trying to work through some emotional ideas and figure out what I want to make next. That has been seriously challenging me over the past couple months, trying to lock in on an idea and decide. I have a lot of ideas. I'm not worried about not having any ideas. It's more about which one do I want to commit to. Every time I start to think about a new idea, I get really excited about it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. Like we figured it out. And then I get baited. I get like, oh, the grass is definitely greener over there, you know? And then I get cold feet, and then I swap. Then I start writing it all down, and I'm like, the other idea is like definitely where it's at, right? And then I do it again and again and again. Okay, we have this one. That's that. So let's move these up. That, we have that. We have that. We have that. So this one should be behind. Oh, it's fine. Beautiful. Mappa cannot have this animator. No, it's true. If they sent me an email right now and they were like, we want you to work on, which they would not, I would kindly decline. That is not my dream. Being told what to make? What is that? Pass the limit. Welcome back, Mr. G. Welcome back to Chris. Render sequence. And this is that. Place it here. Oh my gosh, there's so many layers in this shot. It's unbelievable. And we're not even done. Oh my goodness. All the places that we go. Never gonna let me go. Now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. Do, 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 do. Oh my gosh. Real great gift was the friends we made along the way. Hasn't crossed my mind, to be honest. How you made her do the punch? Okay, gotcha. It's all blend shapes. As per... I'll unhide the gray box to show you the moment that we're referencing here. The moment in question is this image. How did we do this? She pulls on April's collar and then punches her. Much like anything, it's not as complicated as you'd think. It's all blend shapes. We're just moving the geometry with blend shapes. I just finished with this shot, the final render, so perfect timing. So I can bust open the shot and kind of show you that it's just bending the shirt. Nothing complicated. These are gonna be wrong. Oh, I need the gray box. Whoops, that could have been bad. Luckily, we were clicked on to nothing. Open scene. What shot is that? That's the real question. Go to the end here. Looks like it is... It should be around here somewhere. Premiere is taking a dump. Classic. Premiere, hello? Premiere has crashed. All right. Classic. Well, Premiere's going to open, and then I'm going to open Skifters, which is going to take a minute, and then I'm going to run to the washroom. But, yeah, I'll go over it. Just be a couple minutes. And then we're going to start on the next shot. It's currently noon. Crap. I got to eat something soon, too. Although I did sleep in. I slept in, so I had a late breakfast. So I'm feeling all right. But at some point here soon, I'm going to have to eat. And then I have to freaking work tonight like a bonehead. Ugh. Words can't express how bad I want to quit my job, dude. Words can't express it. Okay, Skifters is opening. I'm going to run to the washroom. I'll be right back. I'm back. Love washing dishes? That's a weird one. Job jump scare. J-word. Dropping a J-word in the chat. I dream of you. All the time. I dream of you. I dream of you. Holy moly, Skifters. The Skifters Premiere. The Skifters Premiere file is so insane that it takes like 2 minutes to save it. Like just a normal, like bog standard, like Control S. 2 minutes later. Okay, I was trying to pull up this shot, which is towards the end of episode 3. They have their conversation. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Still going backwards here. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, it's this shot. It is 143A. I dream of you. 143A. You can hide the gray blob here. Boop. Do 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 do. Okay. So this is the shot in question, which we need April for and Torque for. April gets punched. She staggers. Torque grabs her collar and then punches her. I had a good time with this shot. The way that this works is we have April's torso topology. It's just a basic mesh. It has a rig, obviously, that's moving it around. When Torque grabs it, it becomes hidden, and I have a duplicated version of it. The difference between the two is, in this one, we have this filled in skin to help her head connect with her torso, because they're two separate pieces. When she grabs, I key out the first one, and then I create a duplicated version that has an empty hole. It does not have the skin, right? So it's just an empty cut. I duplicated it, and then I have like a separate version of the skin so that it fills the hole. Then when Torque reels her fist backwards, we effectively have a blend shape that is stretching it like so. So the way that works is I would have first animated Torque's fist, right? So it would have been like, okay, in this frame, Torque moves her fist back to here, which obviously it doesn't, but for our purposes, we can say that it does. So let's say that Torque moves her fist over here. Boom. So then I would take my mesh, duplicate it, and then I would move the mesh roughly so that it matches the position of Torque's hand. Obviously, this is very crude. I would have just taken longer to, make all this geometry fit inside the hand. There's lots of ways to do this effect, but this is how I would do it. I would move it around so it works well with her fingers, which is what I did, so that there's no clipping or overlapping or weirdness going on. Once I'm happy with it, you can either key these on or off, but I would shift click my host and create a blend shape. The blend shape is going to cook that new movement into this here, and I can key this blend shape on or off. So if I delete this keyframe, it looks something like this, and you can kind of get the idea of how each movement that Torque does, I create a blend shape for April's collar. And I don't want to toot my own horn. I haven't looked at this in a while. This shot looks awesome. I don't love April's face, just given the angle and the way that I did the rigs. Problem I want to fix. But I like the sense of power that this has, where it's we go you don't even see her fist, and then it's boom, she's getting rocked. I like the shot. Good job, me. Look, we can give ourselves little victories when they happen. We need the gray box. Woo, that could have been bad. Yeah, that is how I would have done that shot. Because I was gonna say would have done that shot. That is what I said. That's how I did do that shot. If it were me, I would do it like this. I literally did it. Yeah, that's how I did that. If Maya's blend shapes, if I never learned Maya's blend shapes, I would be cooked. I lean on blend shapes like it's my day job. I am a huge advocate for. They're so good. You can do everything you need to do. What an awesome tool, blend shapes. If you ever have a question of I wonder how he did that, 9 times out of 10, it's blend shapes. Will these previous shots you made from episode 1, 2, and 3 be uploaded to Patreon like this one? When Skifters is done, I'm going to upload the character rigs to Patreon and most of the shots. As per the usual with Patreon, things might be a little weird, question mark. They might be a little weird because, just because of file locations and stuff for the most part. You should be able to plug and play. You should be able to open a scene from Skifters and just play it, but you're gonna have to repipe in where the textures and stuff are. But they should be plug and play. But yes, so yeah, in theory, you could You could take your own rigs and copy the keyframes from my rigs to your rigs and re-export the entirety of Skifters with completely different characters when the show is done. That would be a ton of work. I don't know why you'd do that, but you technically could. So, you know, do with that what you will. I got the power. Woo. 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 Yeah. Apologies in advance for my poor Maya practices and bad naming conventions. If you download any of my scenes and take a look at them, because they were designed to be used by myself. If you get use out of them, I am overwhelmed with joy, but they are not designed to be passed to anyone and be helpful, so they might be a little confusing if you actually dig into them. So keep that in mind as you explore. But yeah, everything will be in the drive on Patreon when Skifters is complete. Now I got the pop. Now I got the. Now I got the. Save scene as shot number 33. I got the power. I got the power. Power. Stronger.
Yes, you've had it quite tough. Always having bad luck. You
Think you're going crazy.
Look up, there's a new life waiting. Your
It's buried in the sand.
You beamed out the wrong hand. Can't imagine how you feel. Only you know that it's real.
Okay, want this to be smaller.
Just carry on, carry on, carry
We want these to be beveled.
Don't look back, just carry on, carry on, carry on.
Do.
'Cause you are yes, you are stronger. Because you are stronger. Yes, you are stronger. Yes, you've had it quite tough, always having bad luck. You think you're going crazy.
Look up, there's a new life waiting.
Your head's buried in the sand. You've been dealt the wrong hand. Can't imagine how you feel. Only you know that it's real.
Don't look back, just carry on.
Carry on, carry on. Don't look back, just carry on, carry on, carry on.
'Cause you are.
Yes, you are stronger. Because you are stronger.
Okay. I want to split this like so.
With fallen trees, it's hard to breathe, but I will keep fighting. With broken walls, nowhere to fall, but I will keep climbing. I can't see, I'm in the dark, surrounded by sharks, but cloud over me. I can't see, I'm in the dark, surrounded by sharks, but cloud over me.
Booyah.
Just take me home, just take me home.
Okay.
The sky is
Do
falling.
this.
Don't let it fall, don't let me go. Now the sky is falling down, down, down,
92. Booyah. Okay.
I can't see, I'm in the dark, surrounded by sharks, be cloud over me. I can't see, I'm in the dark, surrounded by sharks, be cloud over me. Now the sky is falling down, 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 down on me. Down, 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 down on me.
All right. I think I'm going to call it there. I'm going to go make some grub and hopefully figure things out by the next time the stream comes around. Is the Waffle Maker gang? And if so, what are his prem games at the moment? Right now, I'm playing a lot of Hunt Showdown. Well, right now I'm not playing a lot of anything, but I do game. And my favorite game is currently Hunt Showdown, which is Gangster. We played it a little bit during the waiting room stream last time. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm going to go take a little break. And I don't know when I'll be back to stream again. It might be Gray Box stream. It might not be for a little while, just depending on where the timing lies. But yeah. See you next time. Bye.